So, going into this race weekend, do you feel confident with the car? You quite liked this circuit last year in the McLaren, so do you think it can be the same again this year in your Mercedes?
Yeah, the McLaren car was really good last year, so I enjoyed it quite a lot. It's a favourite circuit of mine, you know, enjoy coming in, enjoy racing, so I think naturally, I think hopefully we'll settle in quite well, find the setup. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, the setup. We need to find a good balance, because obviously we need good straight line speed, but we also need the grip in the corners. I think the biggest difference is going to be under braking load. The Mercedes car this year, the car we have, I think we need to work on and tuning the braking setup. I think last year I definitely felt a little bit more confident. Yeah, I mean last year the car went really well, but the Mercedes car this year is very, very different. So it's going to be interesting.
With Pascal winning the first race, there's been some talk in the press about the start of a season-long rivalry. Tell me, what do you make of it? Are you concerned?
Yeah, I don't really know what to tell you about that. I think the media just sort of trying to make something out of nothing. I think it was his rookie debut, and he won the race. That's amazing. You know, he beat me. He beat my record from last year. So, am I a little bit, jealous maybe, or impressed? Yes, yeah. It's great, but I don't think there's any rift or anything or any rivalry already there. And in terms of am I concerned about how he started the season off, it's the first race. It's the very first race. You never know. I could go out there and win the second race right now, and then you would be saying the complete opposite, like, oh, the rivalry's on. So no, I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried at all. It's the start. It's a great start for him. Obviously he's ahead in the championship now, so like any other driver out there, I'm going to be looking to beat him, but that's the same with any other driver. So nothing really changes for me in that way, and we continue working together.
And finally, how do you see the pace of Manor this season? They were causing you troubles in Bahrain, and as the junior team, so to speak, does that bother you?
It doesn't bother me. No, it doesn't bother me that the Manor cars are fast. It's actually quite nice to see, obviously, so I'm happy for that. In terms of them bothering us in Bahrain, it's for me personally, maybe for the higher ups in the media, it's seen as very much like a sister team, but when I'm out on track, it's just another car to overtake. And obviously in Bahrain we weren't that impressive in the slow corners, so I think that helped them quite a bit. Obviously, if they do get in the way directly, like if they're really impeding us, then that's a problem. But at Bahrain I thought it was perfectly fine. And you know what, there can be a rear gunner for us if we do end up ahead of a McLaren or a Ferrari, which I don't think it's going to happen this weekend, but if it was to happen later on the season, it's good to have another Mercedes team there, because unfortunately Williams have dropped off quite a bit, and it looks like Manor are now the kind of new team right there for the taking.
So it's an all-McLaren front row once again, but with Van Dorn on pole ahead of Hamilton by over a tenth and a half. Identical to the opening round in Bahrain, Ferrari locked out the second row here at Circuit of the Americas, with Sebastian getting the better of Nico once again, while Aarava proved to be the lead Mercedes when it comes to single lap pace, this time going 5th in Q3, just half a tenth off Rosberg and nearly 4 tenths quicker than his teammate Pascal, who starts in 7th. Separating the two Mercs was Max Verstappen, while Daniel Ricciardo could only manage 8th, over 2 tenths adrift of his young teammate. Sergio Perez impressed once again as the only Force India to get into Q3 for the second time running at his home away from home track here in Texas. The Williams drivers will start alongside each other for the second time running, however it was the veteran Jenson Button who shockingly knocked out his teammate in Q2.
So there's the qualifying, and now it's time to start off the race for MyDriver Season 2, Round 2 here at the USA Grand Prix. What's going on, guys? And thank you so much, I need to say, for the support on Episode 1 on Friday. Absolutely amazing. I loved reading through the comments. You guys were showing so much support for it, and I literally just can't thank you guys enough. It was awesome to see such a nice response in the comments and all the likes on the video. So thank you so much for that, and let's get into Round 2. It looks like we're going to be doing, well, the team want me to do a 2-stop. I'm going to be maybe thinking about doing a 3-stop. We'll have to see. Tyre wear is going to be quite high here. But anyway, let's go to the USA Grand Prix Round 2. We go to 5 red lights lining up right next to Nico Rosberg. And we are off. A bit of wheel spin here. Going to have to watch out for Wehrlein. Look at him pouncing there on the left-hand side. He tries to get me. Verstappen has already got me into turn 1. Can we try and hang it around the outside of him? I wonder. We're going to try our best. Looks like Verstappen's going to get pinched. Yes, he does. And we're up into 5th place. Just about got it on the exit. The exit of that turn 1 is very, very tricky. I found through practice and qualifying. Very, very tricky to actually get it a very smooth exit. But at the moment, you've got the 2 McLarens leading the way and then the 2 Ferraris. And speaking of the Ferraris, we're right behind them on the end of lap 1 through the final corner, trying to chase down Rosberg. You can see Van Dorn taking the fast lap of the Grand Prix. So at the moment, he's out in the lead with Hamilton 2nd, Vettel 3rd, Rosberg 4th, and myself 5th. Verline there, interestingly, has overtaken both Red Bulls there. So he's up into 6th place. So the Red Bulls lacking a bit of pace right now here in USA compared to Bahrain, which they were very, very fast at Bahrain. So surprising to see that Verline's already overtaken them and we're both ahead of them, so that's really awesome to see. And through the S section here, look at the amount of grip we've got in the Mercedes, really closing up on Rosberg, having to get oh so close to his gearbox there, but just having to hang back here, just chill out a little bit because we can't really make a move in that middle of the S section, much like the kind of Maggots Beckett section at Silverstone. So now we've got a really great run though, so we should be able to make a move down here into the hairpin corner just before the back straight. We dive it down the inside, we really pinch the apex, leave Rosberg out to dry. Is he going to get a run on us, I wonder? We got a pretty good exit, so actually looks like we have him covered there right now for lap 2, and we're up into 4th place, so a great start there to overtake a Ferrari. Technically, we are still slower than Ferrari, but it looks like right now, at the beginning of the Grand Prix, a bit heavier fuel. It looks like Rosberg is struggling because Wehrlein has also overtaken him. So Rosberg is down to 6th place. So Nico, bottling it like he might do in real life, is down to 6th place, and my teammate's overtaken him. And speaking of my teammate, he's now going to try and make a move on me. Pascal really moving up the places, and look at the amount of confidence he has on the brakes. I mentioned in the pre-round conference in the interviews, I really wasn't feeling confident on the brakes here at USA. The Mercedes is incredibly very, very unstable on the braking, I feel, and I just don't have any kind of confidence to slam on the brakes like some of these drivers do. And you can just see it there, Pascal really dived it in, and now on the exit of that corner in the stadium section, I've lost the back end. We're going to have to swoop round and maybe do the undercut to Rosberg here, do the switch back, and oh my god, how close was that on the slipping right-hander? That was bloody awesome. Very, very close to Rosberg there. He could fit like a little finger between our cars there as we got oh so close. So lost the back end, but it's fine. We got the place back anyway as quick as that. So now Rosberg might have another look at us though down this main straight. We both got DRS. I moved to the left-hand side, squeeze him very aggressively, then swoop to the right-hand side for the braking zone. And Rosberg tries his best to hang it down the inside, but he just can't make it. And we keep 5th place there. So at least we're keeping one of the Ferraris at bay. So that's a pretty good sign for now. We'll have to see how it goes with the strategy. I'm not too sure what Sebastian Vettel is probably trying, but at the moment it looks like he's still in 3rd place with both McLarens just way out ahead. The 2 McLarens have got so much pace this weekend. But anyway, we're on to lap 4 and we're chasing down Pascal Wehrlein. You can see I hesitated a little bit in the brake zone, kind of broke twice almost, broke a little bit, let the car roll in, broke again. Just really not confident on the brakes, especially in that point. This part of the circuit as well, this entire stadium section, just the car just felt very, very uneasy for some reason. The McLaren of last year actually felt a lot more planted than this Mercedes right now, which is a little bit surprising, but I don't know, maybe the Mercedes engine or the way it deploys its power is just making it feel like that. I don't know. But anyway, we've come to lap 5 now. We're going very, very wide. The tyres starting to go off a little bit, but I think Pascal's going to come into the pits right now, so we can't dive in ourselves. Yes, he does. So we're going to have to stay out one more lap at least, but I was, to be honest, ready to pit in that lap, but Pascal had the kind of track position anyway, so he gets the first call. It would have been rude of me trying to overtake him into the pit lane to make that pit stop. So anyway, we're going to hang it out until lap 6. At the moment, we're down the back straight. You can see Rosberg in the mirrors. He's going to have DRS here, so we're going to see how we do. We're going to be a bit of a sitting duck here, so we're going to have to try and defend as hard as we can right now. Rosberg moves to the left-hand side of the circuit right now. We're going to move with him very aggressively. We swoop back to the brake zone, try and fend off Verstappen there, and while we do that, we lock up. Rosberg does go, in fact, down the inside there. Verstappen has a look, but crucially, we do fend off Max, but we have lost the place to Nico now. We're going to try and follow through on Nico and see what we can do. Looks like he's really got some great traction there, so I think we might have to just give up that fight as we go wide on the exit of that corner, and Verstappen is now right up our gearbox. So I tried my best. I swooped really aggressively to the left and then to the right, just to kind of prove to Rosberg and maybe the rest of the grid, if they're looking at me, trying to, see that I'm in a weak Mercedes, just try and, basically give off the impression, okay, if you want to take my place, you're going to have to really fight for it right now, because I'm not going to give up easily. But anyway, we duck into the pits right now because my tyres were really going off. That was a big factor in why I couldn't kind of capitalise on trying to defend from Rosberg there with that swooping move. So we're onto the set of prime tyres now. So this is going to be very interesting. This is going to be a test of our character, really, because we are going to be on the slower tyre compared to pretty much most of the people around me who are going to put on option tyres. I think that's Verstappen with option tyres behind me and also the Manor car there. So we're just going to have to kind of suck it up and maybe be a little bit slower than some of these cars around us. You can see Wehrlein went through there trying to fight a Toro Rosso, so he's quite a bit some way ahead of us, quite a few seconds away from us actually, so we have lost quite a heap of time there. He's got a great undercut, showing that how much the tyre wear is going to affect everything here in Austin. So really, this is going to be crucial. We're just going to have to try our best, not lose too much time, be patient, and just wait for those 2 option stints right at the end. But saying that, at the moment, straight out of the pits, obviously, we have great grip, and look at the amount of grip we've got against Palmer there. We went a bit wide in the S section because we've got a bit of dirty air, but now we've really got some great grip. We'll go down the inside of him into the hairpin, take a bit cautious because he didn't really give me an absolute amount of room, and now we go a little bit wayward on the exit, and we'll go side by side here, still there on my right-hand side, but now we should get DRS, I think. Yes, we do, and that will be, hopefully, the place pretty damn easily got. And we're up into 11th place right behind Gasly in the Toro Rosso. But yeah, the prime tyres, good grip right now. Good grip there through the S section, but eventually, you know, pretty much in 3 laps time, they'll start to wear a little bit, and pretty much you'll see the big stark difference between option and prime tyres. But for now, in the 2nd lap only of me running them, they're feeling really great. Look at the amount of time I've gained on Gasly there. Absolutely monstrous amount of time, and I'm so impatient. I just want to go down the inside of him right there. We get pushed wide a little bit, so Pierre's giving us a bit of a fight here. We go down the inside again. We're going to try and hang around the outside, and there Pierre kind of gives up the move and slots back in to 7th place, so up into 6th. And I think that was the Ferrari of Rosberg behind him, or it might have been Vettel, I can't tell, but one of the Ferraris there behind Gasly. I can't really tell where Vettel pits. Honestly, I don't know what the 2 McLarens are doing. I'm going to guess they're probably going to do 2 stops. Not too sure about Vettel, though. And Rosberg looks like he's definitely doing the 2 stop. So anyway, on lap 8 now, towards lap 9, we're just trying to chase down the people ahead of us. We've got a pit stop right now. I think that's Ricciardo. But meanwhile, I think we've got one of the Ferraris. I think that's Rosberg. Yes, it is. Rosberg trying to make a move down the inside. This time we don't go very aggressively, trying to pinch him on. We're just trying to take a good line round the outside here, and we make it work. And we are staying up in 5th place at the moment. So Rosberg, for all he's trying, it looks like we have the measure over him. Much like Lewis Hamilton in the Canadian Grand Prix yesterday, it looks like we have the measure over him mentally, and we're just kind of keeping him in our back pocket, to use the phrase. So anyway, cutting later onto the Grand Prix, lap 10 right now, and Rosberg is still very much behind us, and he's still lurking around for that position. So we were in rich mix. We're not going to put it down to standard to stop us burning fuel. But Rosberg tries around the outside. We tap each other. I think his front left tapped my kind of rear right, and we made a bit of contact there as my right arm, I should say, went up there, but we still kept the position there. So that was very, very close. Looks like Rosberg's losing a little bit of patience right now with me, trying to get this place from me. But now we've got Daniel Ricciardo on lap 12 going around the outside of me, so he's overtaken Rosberg on his fresh option tyres, I think, and now he's trying to overtake me. But actually, ironically, Rosberg's re-overtaken him there briefly. But now as we go back onto lap 13, Ricciardo got the place back once more, and now he's going to have some DRS on me. And now is this going to be the point where he gets me? He's going to try it down the inside, maybe. Going to stick to the outside. No, he actually sticks behind me. He thinks better of it. So at the moment, keeping these guys at bay. You can see a Ferrari coming out of the pits there, which is, I'm pretty sure, was Vettel. So that was 2-stopping Vettel. So I'm pretty sure that will be his 2nd pit stop of the day, I think. But anyway, cutting later onto lap 13, onto the back straight. I lost the back end out the hairpin. That's allowed Ricciardo and Rosberg to get a good run on me. So Ricciardo coming with the DRS. He's going to move to the inside. He's going to go down the inside. I'm going to try my hardest to outbrake him. But once more, as I've mentioned before in this episode, the braking confidence I have into that corner is just not that great. And these guys can actually outbrake me if they've got enough grip there. And Ricciardo has taken me. We go through the last corner trying to keep up with him, but look at that. He's actually really storming ahead right now, even with DRS. Look at that. The Red Bull power really has improved this season. And now we've got Sebastian Vettel for company behind us. So this 2-stopping Vettel is now behind us on fresher tyres. So this might be an inevitable overtake right now. We move our tyres to option tyres for the pit stop to make sure that happens. Vettel swoops down the inside. We're going to try again, just like on Rosberg, round the outside. And what is it with the Ferraris right now today? Looks like they can't hold it down the inside into turn 1, because we actually successfully tried to defend from Vettel. So we're probably doing ourselves and our teammate a favour here, trying to hamper Vettel's race at the moment, because we're going to come into the pits very, very soon. And I say soon, right about now on lap 15. And we've held up Vettel an absolute treat there. So we probably helped Pascal and ourselves out quite a lot. Maybe even the Red Bulls, really. So I think if people finish ahead of me in this race, they should probably be thanking me, to be honest, because I've held up third place man Vettel. So if anyone else gets on the podium with the McLarens, they should be coming to me to thank me for that. So anyway, we're on to the option tyres now. So that was our second last pit stop. We'll do one more towards the end of the race, and that will be it for the pit stops for this Grand Prix. So on fresh options at the moment, we can see Rosberg there fighting the Manor car of Matsushita into turn 1 there. And now coming through the X section, closing up on the Manor car very, very quickly. Obviously, we closed up very quickly on the Toro Rosso and the Renault with prime tyres, fresh prime tyres. And so that effect's going to be even more now with fresh option tyres, going to be even faster. And we're right up the back of the Manor car, going to dive down the inside. Hopefully it doesn't give us too much of a fight. I said in the press conference earlier that, you know, as long as they don't get in the way, I'm really not too bothered about Manor being, you know, competitive and fast this season. And so thankfully, he doesn't put much of a fight. He's probably doing his own race, to be honest, because he could get some great points here. Obviously, at Bahrain, he had that unfortunate kind of puncher that saw him go out the points and his teammate get points instead. So it'd be great to see Matsushita get some points at the end of this Grand Prix. And you can see the straight line speed was really great for him there. He actually hung on to me quite surprisingly for quite a long time, even though I DRS. But anyway, we're on to lap 17 now. Looking at the back of Rosberg, we're setting a purple third sector, so signs of things to come perhaps. But we're right up against Rosberg now, going into turn 1, getting so close to his gearbox there. It's only a matter of time. So now onto the back straight on the same lap with DRS, gaining. Do we try and make a move? No, we don't. We're not going to do a crofty and say we can try and make a move down the inside from miles back, but we are very, very close, and it looks like Rosberg's losing time. Hand over fist here. We're getting oh so close, right up his gearbox. Do we make a move down the inside? I see him go a little bit wide. We're going to try it down the inside on Nico Rosberg, hit the apex, go out a little bit wide, and we have got the move, and we are up into 5th place. So that was a really nice move, really late decision there, but I just saw a little inkling of Rosberg going wide, and so I thought, you know what, fuck it, we have to go down the inside, we have to try it, we have to push as hard as we can, because really, our race isn't against these guys, it's against Pascal, because Verstappen then pits right there, so he's out of our race, and really, the man we're trying to chase down is our teammate, there you go, in third place, I'd say, Pascal Wehrlein, and there you go as well. Vettel, nowhere to be seen. Wehrlein right now in 3rd place, I'm in 4th. Vettel's dropped behind Rosberg, so I don't know what's happened to Vettel there, but I hope I held him up a little bit there, so that really worked out for us. So right now, we're just pushing as hard as we can. Lap 19 now, we set a fast lap of the Grand Prix, a 140 there, and we are really, really gunning for it, because, you know, Wehrlein won the race last time out in Bahrain. A few of you people in the comments and a few people in the press conference were questioning if I should be worried a little bit for my place, if I'm the number 2 driver potentially right now. I'm getting schooled by the rookie apparently who's won the first race, but I am the world champion, the reigning world champion of this MyDriver universe right now. We won last season, and I'm here to prove that we're faster than Pascal. I'm not going to get pushed over. We have a good working relationship. I respect the guy, but I am faster than him. I'm going to prove that right now today. Lap 21, we're still going faster, and we're closing up, but it's time for our pit stop right now. Van Dorn in 2nd place there, Hamilton 1st. Pascal's already made his pit stop, so we're into the pits right now for another set of option tyres, and this will be till the end. And now, after this pit stop, it is time to literally push as hard as we can, and we'll hopefully catch Pascal going on the pit lane. I think there's Pascal right there on the left-hand side. You can just about see him there, and you can see him on the right-hand side now. I think that's his car going through into turn 1 there. So, there's our marker. There's the man we're trying to get. Let's just push as hard as we can and try and catch him up. We cut later onto the Grand Prix, lap 23, 5 laps to go. There is our man, and we've been pushing very, very hard, and we set another purple lap time, 1:39 this time. We are not messing about. We're using the full potential of this Mercedes car right now to the best of our ability, and we're closing up to Wehrlein now, lap 25 through turn 1. We should be able to get a good run through the S section, because all race long I've been mighty fast through this first sector, especially on these fresh options. Really, look at the amount of grip I'm gaining on Pascal right here. We really close up, a bit too close right there, as we just make a little bit of contact, get the car a little bit loose. I'm sure Toto Wolff is probably face palming right now, back at the kind of pit board right now. That
was a bit too close right now, but it's all fine. No kind of damage was done, so it's all fine. Just a little bit of friendly contact between teammates, and now we swoop it down the inside of Pascal. Good old dogfight right now between the Mercedes cars, and we have got him for third place just about. Will he get DRS, I wonder? I think we might have just overtaken him after the DRS line, so yeah, there you go. We have still got DRS from him, so that really helps us out, because look at that, the slipstream he's got. So that DRS really does help us secure this third place in the moment, and we come through the hairpin, all good, all calm on the brakes, and it looks like we pretty much booked that third place there. Van Dorn quite some way ahead of us in second place, and Hamilton at the moment leading the Grand Prix. But although maybe our race is over for third place, we've locked that down with Wehrlein. It's not over yet for the two front runners, the two McLaren boys who crashed out last race. It's not over for them, because Van Dorn has been chasing down Hamilton this entire race, the last stint of the race, and now we're on lap 28. This is the last lap of the Grand Prix for both McLarens, and we're on board with Van Dorn. We're going to see what happens here. The two McLarens dueling. This is quite a big deal in the championship, to be honest. The two fastest cars out there, and the two of the fastest drivers and two of the fastest cars. This is a big battle right now, so we're having a look at it. The two McLarens fighting right now. Van Dorn will have DRS here on the last lap of the Grand Prix. He'll slipstream, he'll move to the inside of the corner, and he'll get into first place there. And Hamilton, does he have a response? He gets very close, but no, it looks like Van Dorn has the measure of him, and at the moment it looks like he's going to come through. There's no way of stopping him right now, because Hamilton is not close enough now. We've only got a few corners left, and Stoffel Van Dorn, the Belgian, is going to become a race winner in Formula 1 and make it 2 rookie wins in a row in this season of MyDriver. Crazy stuff. He's had the measure, and he's overtaken the double world champion Hamilton on the last lap of the Grand Prix. What a win for Stoffel. We come home in a brilliant third place, to be honest. I'm very happy with that. Gotten the measure of Pascal, and we've proven the critics wrong. That's absolutely awesome stuff. Great points in the bag, but I am just shell-shocked. Absolutely crazy stuff. There you go. Stoffel Van Dorn has won the USA Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton is in second place. In third place there, obviously, us two Mercedes boys, myself and Pascal. Then Ricciardo, Rosberg, Verstappen. So, Ricciardo overtaking Rosberg and Verstappen late there. And then, how about that? After his calamity in Bahrain with a puncher, Matsushita has got some points there. 4 points on the board for him, and Manor. Absolutely crazy. Awesome stuff, man. And Perez there in 9th place, consistent as ever, getting the points there for Force India. And then Jenson Button, my old teammate, gets home in 10th place. Awesome stuff, Jenson. Just still getting there. There were rumours of him retiring, but no, he stayed one more year at least, and he's still getting some good points, showing up his teammate Valtteri Bottas. And look at that. Sebastian Vettel, nowhere to be seen. That's a two pointless races for Vettel. That is mental. That is crazy. And that maybe calls into question Vettel's drive, because obviously in the preseason, we found out that Ferrari were maybe considering dropping him after his disqualification in the finale of Season 1. And now he's scored, well, he's not scored any points for 2 races. That is, yeah, quite interesting. Let me know what you guys think of that. Do you think that Ferrari can really support him for much longer in the MyDriver universe for now? But right now, after that race, this is how the championship looks right now. Wehrlein still leading the way with 37 points, obviously because he got a win in a 4th place, so great results for him. But it does mean we close up right now. 3rd place for us with 27 points. Ricciardo just 1 point ahead of us, because obviously he got the 2nd place in Bahrain, so that helped him out a little bit to stay in 2nd there with 28 points. Van Dorn gets up to 4th immediately with 25 with that win. Verstappen in 5th, Rosberg 6th, and look at that, Hamilton 7th. Rosberg and Hamilton, both of them jumping ship from their old team Mercedes, and they end up right next to each other in the championship. That's crazy. And Button there in 8th place, Perez in 9th, Matsushita with those points climbs up to 10th place, Bottas 11th, and then Grosjean 12th. Fantastic to see 2 Manors in the top 12 there, really. And then in terms of the constructors, Mercedes lead the way at the moment, 64 points. Red Bull a little bit farther behind with 49, and McLaren very close to them with 43. But obviously, McLaren looking very fast. If they continue to get these 1-2s, it'll be no time, pretty much next race probably, that they overtake us in the constructors. So we still have to keep on pushing as a team. But guys, that was an awesome race, especially at the end, just to see Van Dorn overtake Hamilton. Crazy stuff. And we did a lot of work to defend from the Ferraris today, and some great racing with Pascal and showing our pace with the purple lap times at the end. Awesome stuff. Really enjoyed it out there towards the end with the fresh tyres. So guys, if you enjoyed the episode, smash the like button. Really help me out. Be awesome. We could try and get I don't know, 1,500 likes. That'd be absolutely crazy, guys. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. When you're out there, do subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been over. It's time to go to the post-race press conferences, but I'll see you guys round. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Goodbye.
So that was certainly different to last race. How do you feel your race went, and what are your thoughts coming away from it?
Yeah, no. It was a very different race out there today. Bahrain was a lot of attacking, actually. Having more pace than we thought. Here at USA, I think we maybe got. Well, I don't know. We were faster than the Red Bulls, which was very, very awesome to see. Really awesome to see, actually, because they were very, very fast in Bahrain down the straights, and here at USA, it looks like. Our upgrades worked. We brought an upgrade in practice last minute. The team, I didn't even know about it, but the team brought it out. So a little bit of a turbo upgrade. So that helped us a lot with the Red Bulls. And surprising to actually be ahead of the Ferraris in the race. Obviously, in terms of pace, I think the Ferraris were actually faster than us on paper. But I think especially my strategy worked out really well with the extra stop and the two option tires at the end. Really worked out well on pace, and Pascal I think did a great job to keep his tyres to stay ahead of them. So I still think we have work to do, still very much a lot of work to do, because McLaren are so far ahead. But interesting race out there, a lot of defending to do at one point with Nico, some good battles. Different race, but also equally just as good.
It certainly looks like the season is more open in comparison to last year. What do you make of it all at the moment?
Yeah, it does. It does look very, very open. I think last season was quite open as well, like you said, but it closed up a little bit towards the middle with me and Kimi. I think this year you're going to see, I think, a lot of teams in the fight. I think at least the top four right now, McLaren, Ferrari, ourselves, and Red Bull in the fight. And, potentially you just never know if people get bad luck. You could see other teams in there, but I think it's very, very, very interesting to see that two rookies have won the races so far, which I don't know, maybe it's a wake-up call for us older drivers. I mean, I say old, I'm only a year old, so I think I would like to think I'm in that little group right now. But it's interesting to see that there's no guaranteed winner. I think you could say you thought Lewis was maybe going to win that race, and then Van Dorn comes out of nowhere, and then at the same time, obviously Pascal wins for us last race, and then McLaren win now. Who knows? Maybe Ferrari win next race, or Red Bull. It's it's looking very nice and open, and I think it shows that we're gonna have to be very, very consistent. Like last season, I was very, very consistent with point scoring, and we got ahead in that way. It was a long time till I won the first race of the season of my season last year. So I think it might be the same sort of story, that we may have to be just very, very consistent.
Okay, thanks for your time.
All right, cheers.